Hey, Conrad Flynn back here in the home office. Welcome to installment number 2. So yesterday we started talking about lead gen and broke down a couple of the big things that you may have been doing or thought you should be doing, like having a fancy website, blogging, YouTube videos, email blasts, all the social media stuff. You know, all the stuff you've been trying and failing to generate the results you want, that stuff. And yesterday I clued you into maybe why this stuff doesn't work anymore, or at the very least, it doesn't work the way it used to. So let's dig into that a little bit right now. You see, all these channels, they've become very crowded over the last few years. The person whose attention you're trying to get, they're bombarded with all kinds of information in these same channels on a daily basis. Or hell, on an hourly basis. I mean, how many times have you scrolled your Facebook newsfeed just so far today? All right. What's worse is some of this information that they're consuming are from other people who look, act, and sound a lot like you. All right. So wake up call. Listen, the guy you're trying to reach, your ideal prospect, you are not the only person talking about website design or tax prep or nutritional coaching or whatever awesome service it is you provide. You're not the only person talking about that stuff to them. All right. Now, honestly, if it were 3 or 4 years ago, yeah, you might be the only coach or consultant talking about X, Y, or Z in their feed. But today in 2016, I promise you, that's not the case. You're not the only one. So ask yourself this. How does this feel from where you sit right now? And answer honestly, does it feel like your emails are getting opened and responded to? Does it feel like your Facebook posts are blowing up with a lot of engagement? You know, are your blog posts and videos alive and well with comments and shares? Or every time you post, are you getting PMs and emails and text messages from people reaching out one-on-one to get some help? If you've answered no, here's the reality you're living in. No one desires to listen to you. And that might sound harsh, but think about it this way. Just like someone you don't like to listen to, if they talk at you more or like post more, it doesn't make you want to suddenly pay attention, right? Actually, in most cases, quite the opposite. So if you understand that that might be where you're at in your prospect's eyes in your business, if you understand that and you're open to the fact that you might be there, then we could talk about why that is and how to fix it. So here is the reason. Listen and write this down. The reason why you're not desirable right now, and in general not getting the results in your marketing that you're hoping for, is really because of one big thing. It's probably because you don't have an offer. And before you jump to any conclusions, let me just say that this doesn't mean what you think it means right now, because I know what a lot of you are saying. A lot of you are saying, well, Conrad, actually, I do have an offer. Stick with me for a minute. I'm going to show you exactly why it's not working. All right, now there's a ton of killer content out there about offer creation. And of course, writing headlines for offers and, you know, so on and so forth. I should know I wrote a lot of this content. I mean, YouTube search my name, you'll find hours and hours of training I created on these topics. It's out there, all right? But you need a little bit more than that, all right? Just example time. In one of my last videos, I mentioned Donald Trump, all right? And I said that whether you love him or hate him, everyone pays attention. He gets a lot of the attention that he wants, and he doesn't have any problem attracting an audience, because people have a desire to listen to them, even if they don't agree, all right? The reason why Trump got so huge, or as Trump would say, huge, is because people know exactly what he stands for, all right? So in marketing speak, this is called a position. And chances are you don't have one. So you're going to need one if you want the results that you're getting from your marketing to have a big change, all right? Having a really clear position is the difference between hunting people down or having the right people magnetically attracted to your business. Having a clear position is the difference between having a tiny list or just becoming a lead gen machine. Having a real clear position is the difference between practically begging people to work with you or having them reach out to you first for help. Having a really clear position is the number one difference between having crappy clients who haggle or can't afford it and having clients pay premium pricing on demand without hesitation. The first step to crafting a clear position is this. So go ahead and write this down. You got to figure this out, all right? It's a couple parts. I'll repeat it, but write this down. First, figure out who it is you want to work with. Then, why you want to work with them. Then, what results you will help them get. And finally, why they should want to work with you. All right? Breaking that down one more time. Your position is going to be comprised of these decisions, all right? Who it is you want to work with, why you want to work with them, what results you're going to help them get, and why they should want to work with you. All right? Now, for the clients that I work with one-on-one, this stuff is like first grade. This is elementary. But there's probably tons of you out there who have been in business maybe for years without answering these questions. So here's what you do instead. You try to be general, you try to please everybody, you try to help everybody, and it makes you skip around from audience to audience or topic to topic instead of nailing one audience over and over and over, all right? And that kind of makes you lukewarm, all right? Your new statement should sound something like this. Write this down. I help blank people do blank so that they can blank. All right? Filling in these blanks should instantly help your prospect do two things. Self-identify and know if that's what they want or not, okay? It should instantly help them say, that's me or that's not me. Like both are fine. And it should also help them go, oh shit, I want that. Or, not for me right now. Again, either one's fine. So your statement has to help them self-identify and realize if that's the thing they want or not. You know, if it's them or if it's not them, it's cool. Both of those outcomes are good. The point is, it helps them self-identify. All right? If you're watching this video right now, you probably have some idea about what my position is, although maybe not in these exact words, because after all, this is an idea. It's not supposed to be a slogan or a catchphrase, so I don't necessarily expect people to be able to repeat it. But, you know, my position loosely is I help rockstar coaches and consultants get high-quality leads and phone calls so they can close high-ticket deals, all right? Now, you see how that statement draws a real clear line in the sand and instantly tells someone if they belong on my side of the line or not, all right? The thing here is to claim your ground. You know, sail out to your little island of awesomeness and plant your freaking flag in it so that in 2 seconds or less, everyone knows your big idea and they know exactly what you stand for. Just own that shit. If you don't, you'll be like lukewarm and no one will have any clue why they should listen to you, right? Because they don't know what's in it for them. They don't know what's waiting for them on the other side. And that's what having a really clear position explains in an instant. You know, here's the awesomeness that happens here. And if you want the awesomeness that's here, this is the place you belong, all right? That's what a position does. If you don't have a position, you get what's called a default position. Yikes. Default position is a coffin for coaches and consultants. A default position is just your category, right? So like if I didn't have a position, I would just be another marketing guy. If Trump didn't have a position, he would just be some other builder or some other real estate guy. And because you don't have a position, you are just one of many web designers or one of many personal trainers or one of many business coaches or whatever it is you do. Your hat is just tossed in the arena with everybody else, and no one really has a clear idea of who you are or what you do. And that's a really bad thing, right? Because you don't want to be in a huge arena of competition with all the other guys with the same sounding name as you have, all right? If you have a crystal clear position, on the other hand, what we call an equity position, you put yourself essentially in a market of one, where there really is no longer a field of competition and where you're comparable to the next guy. If your position is clear and it's really specific, you make yourself incomparable to the next guy, all right? And that's what you want. See, Donald Trump gets people's attention because they know exactly who he is and who he isn't, all right? So just own who you are, own who you're not, and don't try to be everything to everybody. People understand exactly what Trump stands for. If they love it or if they hate it, they still get exactly who it is that he is, all right? So, again, this is an exercise in marketing. My personal feelings about Donald Trump aside, but ask yourself this. If you look at the field of other presidential candidates, can you honestly describe what each one stands for in a couple seconds? I mean, apart from your favorite candidate of choice, could you honestly go down the list and describe what each one stands for in a second? Probably not. So look at some of the most influential people online or in the media. I'm talking like people that you read or follow, okay? It could be an author or a celebrity. You know, what do all these people have in common? Chances are their position and what they mean for you, it's very clear. Like, you know what they stand for and also what they don't stand for. All right. So once you have a really clear position and you filled in those blanks, again, write it down if you didn't. I help blank people do blank so they can blank. All right. Once you have that, you're ready for step 2, demonstrating authority. All right. Now, right now, because people don't view you as an authority, you're always trying to either, I hear this one all the time, like get in front of more people or get the word out. Listen, a marketing angel loses its wings every time you say out loud, I'm trying to get the word out. And I'm trying to educate people. That one makes me puke, all right? You keep trying to educate people or tell your story or get the word out, and you keep saying stuff like, well, shit, if only everyone knew how awesome I was at this or how much I knew about this, obviously they would want to buy from me, all right? Well, do you know why that doesn't work? Because no one gives a fuck how smart you are. They don't fucking care. Write this down right now and post it on your wall, all right? Seriously. My clients don't buy my knowledge. They buy my leadership. That's what they're buying. They're not buying how smart you are. They're not buying how creative you are. They're not buying how original you are. They don't care because there's nothing in it for them. They're buying your leadership. Here's the deal. It is through your leadership that your prospect sees or envisions getting the results they want, getting the outcomes they want, all right? It's not because of your experience or your education. It sure as hell isn't because of your deliverables or your features or your benefits. That's not the shit they buy, all right? Stop trying to be super smart. Besides, showing off all that stuff just gives them more shit to use to compare you to the next guy. They're buying your leadership, and leadership is how you live. That's what they want to buy. All right? So just listen. Like, people don't reach out to me because I'm the most educated or most experienced guy doing what I do. And I'll be the first one to say that. I'm not. I'm a Penn State dropout. And while, yes, I have been working in marketing and advertising since I was 16, I'm 30 now, and there are still a hell of a lot more people who've been doing this way longer than I have. And I should know, because I work with a lot of them too, and I can name the names, all right? The reason people reach out to me is because they see what's going on around me, both online and off, and they see that these are real-life examples of how I live, all right? And because I'm the real deal, my life is a natural demonstration of my authority. So, for example, they see me delivering an hour-long training on closing deals, or they see me delivering an hour-long training on lead gen. And honestly, whether they watch the training or not, it doesn't even matter, because the mere fact that it exists and that I'm giving it away for free is a demonstration of my authority on those topics. all right? And then they see my real life clients posting shit like, oh, I just closed $5,000 today, or just got off the phone, made another $10,000 sale, or 80 people attended my webinar today and I've got calls scheduled with 10 of them, okay? And don't get me wrong, these posts are not by accident, it's carefully curated. Like, when my clients text me and call me like, holy shit, guess what just happened? I'm like, fucking A, awesome. Now, post that shit on Facebook, right? But the point is, it never becomes my job to try to hunt people down or educate them, all right? Because they see me generating the results that they themselves want in their business. They see me living how they themselves want to live in their business. And because of that, they naturally view me as an authority, and that creates desire to listen to me. Like, it's never my job to try to convince them of anything. I'm not trying to convince them that I'm good or convince them that I know a lot about it. You know, I just demonstrate my authority by living my results and just living that truth out in the open in front of them where they see it, okay? To bring the example full circle, Donald Trump, when he says during an interview or during debates that he's going to, you know, renegotiate this deal or that deal, or he's going to fix this infrastructure, build a wall over here, or rebuild this or that. Like, you could disagree with the reasons for his saying that, but no one ever says that he can't do it or he won't do it. And the reason is because his whole life, he's demonstrated the authority of making those kinds of deals and building shit, and very publicly he's demonstrated that, might I add. So again, love him or hate him, when you look at other presidential candidates, the conversation with them is quite different, and it's because they can't make those same types of claims with any kind of integrity because they simply haven't demonstrated actually doing that stuff in the past. And again, it's not because they're less educated or less experienced. In most cases, they're not. It's just because they're lacking the authority to say the same things. So once you have your number one, clear position, you have to, number two, demonstrate authority before you can move on to the final step, number three, which is creating an irresistible offer, which is exactly what I'm going to break down for you right here tomorrow, okay? If you love this video, please react and share. If you absolutely hated it, I'm sure you'll leave some very pleasant comments below anyway. If this is something that you want some help with and you want to go private and do a one-on-one, just PM me and I'll reach out. We can chat. And also, we have a brand new Facebook group for rockstar coaches and consultants like you to talk, share, and get some feedback on building their business and delivering awesome results to their clients. And if that's something you want to get in on, reach out to me and I'll add you. It is free, but we're keeping it invite only so I can keep it super high quality, all right? So reach out to me if you want that. This has been Conrad Flynn here in the home office. Had a lot of fun doing this one with you as well today. I truly hope this video served you in a massive way. We'll do it again tomorrow. Now go be awesome.